Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today we have the 1981 All-Star Game that is at Cleveland Stadium. And this is the first time I've decided to do a live game simultaneously recording this for the channel through the program that I would normally use. So we're going to have a live chat over here on the right side that you'll see for the normal viewing. And I'm sure people are coming along here shortly, but I wanted to be on time. I kind of want to get things going. So if you show up late, no worries. Just feel free to drop in and say hello. And we're going to go ahead and get this game started. Now, the problem is the people who are watching this live streaming cannot see other windows open. So if that is annoying, if you're here for the live stream and it's annoying for you to watch this without the windows opening up, you can go ahead and back out if you want, and then just come back and watch the recorded version of this, where you'll be able to see all of the roster changes and pinch hitting and bullpen changes as well. So feel free to stick around and either watch it live or come back and you can watch it in the mode where you can actually see everything that I'm doing here. So which team are we going to control for the All-Star Game? Hey, Keith, how's it going? Thanks. I don't know if it takes guts, maybe just stupidity, probably. And then James takes guts when I'm going to complain about all the decisions during the game. Well, James, you've earned that right. You've been here pretty much since the beginning of the season, so you've earned the right to go ahead and do that. Hopefully everyone can see everything okay. James, I know you can't see the Keith, I know you can't see the windows that pop open here, but Jim Palmer is going to be the starting pitcher for our team today. And I'm going to go through the roster for those who are watching this already pre-recorded. So Jim Palmer is our starting pitcher today. Take a look there at his record. He's 12-5 in the season with a 3.16 ERA. Hey, Dave. Thanks for joining in. I know you can't see this window. You just got to trust me that he's 12-5, 3.16 ERA. Opponents are only batting .210 against him. He's got 6 complete games and 2 shutouts. Also on this roster, we have Ron Guidry from the New York Yankees, Dennis Martinez from the Baltimore Orioles, Doug Rao from the California Angels, John Matlack of the Chicago White Sox, John Denny of the Cleveland Indians. We have Paul Moscow of the Minnesota Twins, Rick Langford from the Oakland A's. He is currently injured and will not be available for this game. We have Floyd Bannister, listed as tired. We have Jim Clancy of the Toronto Blue Jays, Bert Roberts, I guess the current closer for the Chicago White Sox. We have John Tudor of the Boston Red Sox, Teddy Higuera of the Milwaukee Brewers, and Stefan Weaver of the New York Yankees. Back to Jim Palmer there. So we're going to go ahead and go with Jim Palmer, let him start this game. He deserved it. He was in the All-Star Game in the 1980 season. And let's go ahead and do the roster for the American League hitters. And I'm just going to go with their lineup. I know you can't see them, but I'm going to go ahead and give them the rundown here. From your hometown, Detroit Tigers, it's Rickey Henderson. I'm more baffled by that than anything, but we'll take Rickey. He is going to be in center field today. And then I have Alan Trammell batting second at shortstop from the Detroit Tigers. Batting third is Paul Molitor, playing second base for the Milwaukee Brewers. Batting cleanup and catching is going to be Ron Hassey for the Yankees. And batting fifth and playing first base, Dave Stapleton for the Red Sox. Batting sixth and in right field is Claudel Washington of the New York Yankees. He was the National League MVP last year. Batting seventh and playing third base is George Brett. Batting eighth and in left field is Ruppert Jones from the Yankees. And batting ninth and DHing is Wayne Krenchicki of the Baltimore Orioles. All right, so let's get to this page here. No, I did not make the lineups. I did not make my own for the American League. I'm just going to go with the rosters that they have here available and the batting lineup that they've already set in place. So I'm just going to stick with that. Dave, if you joined in a little bit late, I'm just letting you know also that despite this being live, I'm also recording it so that I can edit it and then upload it to YouTube so that you can watch it with all the windows being open. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for those who've joined us live. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and do the National League lineup and then get right into the game here. Yeah, a bunch of light-hitting National Leaguers. Of course, they're probably most known for stealing in this era of baseball. Batting leadoff and playing second base for the Dodgers is Jack Perconte. Batting second and at shortstop for the Dodgers is Gary Weiss. Batting third at third base is Pedro Guerrero. Batting cleanup and playing left field for the Houston Astros is Otto the Swatto Velez. Batting fifth and catching is Ted Simmons of the St. Louis Cardinals. Batting sixth and at first base is Danny Goodwin of the Houston Astros. Batting seventh and DHing is Gary Reedus of the Cincinnati Reds. Batting eighth and in right field for the Cincinnati Reds is Ken Griffey Jr. And batting ninth in center field for the St. Louis Cardinals is Jerry Mumphrey. Okay, Freddie, welcome. I just got to the stadium. Security was tight. Yeah, plus, you're on a couple lists. Maybe on the no-fly list in the first place. So, but you're welcome at Cleveland Stadium. It's kind of an old stadium, kind of a messy stadium. You missed all the pomp and circumstance. Who would sing? Who's from Cleveland that would sing the national anthem? I know someone's probably got an idea there. So that's whoever comes up with the first. A celebrity singer from Cleveland, that's who sang the national anthem. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Here is Jim Palmer facing Jack Perconte. Looks like Palmer's got a fastball, slow ball, and a slider as Perconte leads off the game, grounding out to the first baseman, Dave Stapleton. One down. Now, I did try to trade for Dave Stapleton in the deal. Who did we get in that deal? I've already forgotten. As Gary Weiss hits a ground ball to first. Drew Carey, Dave says, with those lineups, I wouldn't be surprised if the attendance is 11,000. Yeah, you might be right about that. This is probably the worst attended All-Star game of all time. As Gary Weiss grounds out to first also. So both putouts are by Dave Stapleton to start off the game. Here's Pedro Guerrero. We don't need to have the in-game stats. I guess we'll flip it over to the season stats. That gives you a better idea of what these guys are accomplishing. Okay, wow. Nolan Ryan is going to be on the mound for the Astros. And I guess we could go through their... we're not going to do that. We're not going to waste our time. But I guess we'll take a look at the Nolan Ryan's stats for this season. He's had 20 starts. He's had 10-4 with a 3.02 ERA. He's got 138 Ks and 152 innings pitched. Opponents are batting only .202 against him. And he has 4 complete games. So I'm curious to see how many innings pitched Nolan Ryan will go. 0 home runs for Ted Simmons. I saw that too. I'm going to pull this up and just take a quick look. Ted Simmons, no home runs. He's got 27 doubles. Batting .331. I don't know. Maybe they moved the fences back in St. Louis. Here's Rickey Henderson leading off for the bottom of the first for the American League. And Rickey can't get a hit on my team, but he's got a base hit to center field, and we're going to hold him at first. Now, Ted Simmons has a 79 arm, so just below average. Rickey's here to steal. He's not here. Rickey's got an ego, so you know he's going first pitch against Ted Simmons. And they pitch out, and he's caught stealing. So, no different from the regular season as Rickey Henderson is thrown out stealing. Okay. Next up is Alan Trammell. Trammell, our team MVP so far. He hits a high fly ball to center field. Ken Griffey might walk out when he realizes he's batting ninth below Goodwin and Reedus. Goodwin, don't forget, James. Goodwin is a two-time RBI leader in the American League in real life. So he's got some clout. All right, so two down. Here's Paul Molitor. And Molitor pops it up on the infield, carrying to the outfield grass, and it looks like Perconte makes the catch. Nope, that was the shortstop, Weiss. So we go to the top of the second, no score. I'm going to have Palmer go one more inning, and then we'll get into the relievers. So here's Otto Velez. Remember last year, he was on Toronto. I think he was maybe their only all-star, and then he got traded to Houston in the offseason. So it looks like he's become the everyday player in left field for the Astros, and Velez flies out to center field. One down. Next up is Hall of Famer Ted Simmons. Simmons, hey, base hit to left field. That's the first hit for the National League. So runner on first. And is 27. I think it's 127. I'm pretty sure it was Goodwin. Am I wrong? Danny Goodwin, anyway, right on cue, pops it up to second base. And there's the second out. It's going to leave it up to Gary Reedus, who's DHing. What does he play normally? Center field? Oh, he's listed as a second baseman. I'm not sure that's right. All right. No, Frank Tanana, that son of a bitch, did not make. He's 3-10 or 3-11. And then, okay, so Reedus walks. So first and second, Simmons on second. Here's Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best number 8 hitter of all time, right? Danny Goodwin, he was a stiff and a first-round pick and never panned out. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I want to say I thought he led the league in. Oh, you know who I'm thinking of is Larry Heisel. Sorry, that's who I'm thinking of. Different Minnesota Twin. Yeah, that's what I was. Okay, Dave. So I'm right. He did play outfield. Wasn't he a center fielder? I know he had a lot of speed. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ron Hassey. I think he's the new leader in the American League in home runs now that, Jason Thompson's still on Boston. That was the trade I was trying to get Dave Stapleton in return for Jason Thompson. So instead we got Andres Galarraga. Okay, so run down, and here is Dave Stapleton. Ground ball to first. Second out of the inning. That's going to leave it up to Claudel Washington. Washington, hey, base hit down the right field line. Is that going to be 2? Oh, we can leg it out for 3. Why not? It's the All-Star game. And Claudel Washington is safe at third. Nicely done for Claudel. I mentioned before that he was the MVP of the National League last year. I'll let you take a look. He played for the Mets. And he had 26 home runs and 100 RBIs. Batted .303. So pretty good, solid season. I don't know if that's an MVP-worthy season, but that's who the game chose. So runner on third with 2 down. And here is George Brett. Bad case of hemorrhoids for Brett, but they're still letting him play today. He flies out to right center field, and that's going to be it. So we're going to the top of the third. We're going to switch out Jim Palmer. Pitched 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, a walk, and a strikeout. And we are going to go to, who do we have here? I'm going to go to John Tudor. Ron Guidry technically not available. I'm going to go to John Tudor and switch him out. And for those who are watching this game, recast. Oh no, it's not letting me switch it up. Remember this happened last year. It wouldn't let me switch in certain players. Well, let's go to John Matlack. I'm trying to get a lefty in there. There we go. So we're going to get John Matlack in there. Not sure that he's deserving, but he is 5-8 for the White Sox with a 4.35 ERA, 104 Ks and 147 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .269, and he has 4 complete games with a shutout. All right. So we've got a couple switch hitters here and a lefty. John Matlack switches Jerry Mumphrey around. And here we go. Leading off top of the third is Jerry Mumphrey, and he strikes out. So 1 down in the inning as Mumphrey strikes out. No, James, I don't know if you, I can't remember if you watched last year's All-Star game or not, but for whatever reason, there was like one player on in the bullpen that it would not let me and have entered the game. I believe it was on the Oakland A's. It might have been Dave Stewart or something, but at any rate, yeah, he does look like Fred Quinn. We're gonna go with John Matlack. So anyway, 1 down. Here's Jack Perconte popping it up on the infield. Looks like the third baseman George Brett will make the catch. 1 down. I'm sorry, 2 down. And here's Gary Weiss. Weiss flips it down the right field line, and it falls in for a hit. And Weiss has himself a double. So 2 down. Are the first 3 batters all on the Dodgers? Am I just finding that out? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So the first 3 batters are all Los Angeles Dodgers. Weiss is on second. Here's Pedro Guerrero. And Guerrero walks. So first and second for Otto Velez, and he's a righty. But we're going to let Matlack finish it off. He's already here. Oh no, he rips it into left field, over the left fielder's head, and Ruppert Jones gets it back, and it's 2-0 National League. Oh no. We're just trying to catch up on I only started watching 8 games into the season. Or so. Okay, well yeah, in the 1980 season, that's something that happened. So, oh boy, so John Matlack, he gives up 2 runs. It's going to bring up Ted Simmons. Ground ball to short. That's Trammell. And Tram tosses him out. So that's a bummer as we give up 2 runs. And go to the bottom of the third. We're going to give these 2 batters their last at bats, and then we're going to start swapping out some people. Maybe we'll go another inning. I think maybe we'll do that instead. As Ruppert Jones will lead off the bottom of the third, grounding out to second. 1 down. Here's Wayne Krenchicki. He's a Tiger killer. He busted our chops pretty much all the first half of the season. And here he walks. So we got Krenchicki on first. Rickey Henderson has one of the 2 American League hits. And Ryan walks Henderson. Now, Nolan has no strikeouts. So that's kind of unusual, right? So 1 down, runners at first and second. You know we're going to let Trammell swing away. Have a Tiger be the hero. He shoots it into right center field gap. It gets to the wall. 1 run is in. Do we want to send a runner to third? Jerry Mumphrey. It's Rickey Henderson. I mean, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to let you guys decide. Do I send Rickey Henderson to third, knowing what we know about him if you've watched this game? Somebody tell me what to do here. You can be my third base coach. First person that pops in. I'm waiting. No one wants to take the initiative here. I'm going to go for it if I don't have anybody. Well, okay. Send him. Everybody's saying send him. Hey, Kent. Oh, Dave says no. What does Dave know? He's safe at third. All right. There we go. Good job, Freddie and Kent. It's first and third. We got a run in on the RBI single by Trammell. So now we're going to hit and run with Molitor here. Let's see if we can get that second run in against Ryan. Molitor sends a high fly ball to right field. Now we're definitely going to send him. Oh, he's going to tag up and score anyway. Yeah, right, exactly, James. He would have been gunned down for sure. Okay, they're going to switch out Nolan Ryan as he's given up 2 runs. They're going to bring in Mario Soto. Nice. Let's take a look at Mario Soto. His first full year in baseball was in 1980. He went 11-14. He's 10-3 this year, kind of turning it around. 2.34 ERA. 106 Ks in 146 innings pitched. And opponents are batting 185 against him. He's got 3 complete games and a shutout. That's pretty impressive. He's going to face Ron Hassey, a lefty, batting 325 versus righties. Line drive right at the first baseman, Goodwin. And was Trammell doubled off? Oh, no, that was out 3. Okay. So we go to the top of the 4th. It's all tied at 2. And I don't want to see John Matlack again this season. So, again, this is the strikes shortened season, 1981. And so, in real life, the All-Star game did not get played until August 1st. It was actually the start of the second half of that season. Oh, wow, it's not letting me put in Teddy Higuera either. This is not fair. All right. Floyd Bannister is listed as tired. I kind of want to put him in, but it won't. So we're going to bring in Doug Rauh. There we go. And they're going to let him in. So let me tell you about Doug Rauh real quick. Doug Rauh, he is he's had 18 starts. He's 10-5 with a 3.92 ERA. He's got 71 Ks in 121 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 276 against him. He's got 1 complete game for the California Angels. And the only other thing I can say about Doug Rauh is Dave's yelling Rauh. Rauh has the distinction of being in my most watched game 131 from the 1980 season. Somehow managed to get 140 views or something. Oh no, Doug Rauh gives up a base hit to Danny Goodwin. So runner on first, nobody out. I don't know what was special about that game. It must have got tagged onto another video. And somehow everybody watched that. Oh no, Gary Reedus, base hit into right center field. It's first and second for Ken Griffey, who's a lefty, batting only 172 versus lefties. We're going to guard the lines, maybe also try to get a double play here. Rauh gets Griffey to ground it to third, and we do turn 2. Nicely done. Goodwin on third. Goodwin's an all-star in our hearts. That's nice. That's a nice sentiment. So 2 down, runner on third for Jerry Mumphrey, number 9 hitter. I wonder if at some point the National League will start replacing their lineup. Ground ball by Mumphrey to first baseman Stapleton. And that's going to end the inning. So good job by Rauh getting out of that little bit of a jam. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Mario Soto is still in the game. Let's see if we've got someone else to play first base on the bench. So here's our bench. I know I didn't say this before, but we have Ron LaFleur from Baltimore, center fielder. We have Odie Davis, shortstop, from the Rangers. We have Brian Downing, who's injured for 50 games. That's not going to help us. He's a catcher, also primarily a DH in real life. And then we have Darryl Porter catching, and Roy Howell, third baseman for Toronto. Darryl Porter is also on Texas. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Roy Howell here to pinch hit for Dave Stapleton. Howell's a lefty. Here's his information for those who can view this. Howell's got 13 home runs, batting .280. So he's probably the best hitter on the Blue Jays. And batting .306 versus righties. So Roy Howell enters the game, and we're going to have him play first. Stapleton. That's right. Hey, Roy Howell, pinch hit, infield single to short. So runner on first. Here's Claudel Washington batting against Mario Soto. Oh, he jams it into left center field. Oh, it's going to be caught by the left fielder, Otto Velez. Did we ever settle on that? I can't remember. Yeah, he's only got a 77. I think he DH'd for Toronto. I'm assuming he plays left field now. Next up is George Brett. Ground ball to first. That'll probably be a double play. Oh, no. Wait, what is this? Was that a base hit? Oh, I guess it just got past the first baseman. No, we're not going to send him to third. We're going to hold him. Yeah, there's a base hit down the first base line. Okay. So first and second for Ruppert Jones. We're going to let Jones swing away. Jones has 8 home runs this year. Oh, no. Ground ball to short. Okay. Couldn't turn 2 as Howell advances to third. So first and third for Krenchicki. I believe he walked his first time up. The Chickster base hit to right field. That's going to give the American League the lead on the RBI single there by Krenchicki. So 3-2 American League. Nicely done. So first and third, and we're going to take Rickey out. And we're going to bring in Ron LaFleur, former Detroit Tiger. Ron LaFleur has 10 home runs and 21 stolen bases for Baltimore. There you go, Ron LaFleur. You can see right there in the leadoff role. So first and third, Ron LaFleur facing Mario Soto. Ground ball, base hit. Past the shortstop, and there's another RBI single. So 4-2, American League. Ruppert Jones likes pina coladas. He likes getting caught in the rain. We're going to leave Trammell in there for one more at bat. I don't think we have any other. Well, we do have Odie Davis, so we'll get Odie in there for Trammell from Molitor, perhaps. Jason Thompson is the DH, and Stapleton is their first baseman. Okay, so Alan Trammell, 2 down, runners at first and second. And he pops it up on the infield. I can't tell who's going to make the play on that. It's going to be the third baseman, Pedro Guerrero. And we go to the 5th inning. 4-2 American League. National League has the top of the lineup coming up. We're going to let Doug Rao pitch to Perconte, and then we're going to bring in a right-hander. Let's see here. Perconte flies out to center field. There's 1 down. Yeah, all those errors, exactly. Jason Thompson won the Gold Glove for the Detroit Tigers in 1980, in my 1980 sim. And then this year, I mean, he had double-digit errors. He was terrible. So we're going to take out Doug Rao, and we're going to try to bring in, let's bring in Jim Clancy. Let's get a Toronto pitcher in here. There we go. They're going to let me put him in. That's good. Jim Clancy, not a great record. He's 7-8, but he's got a 3.04 ERA, 98 Ks in 139 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .224 against him. He's got 5 complete games and a shutout, and I believe he kicked our butt in 1 start against Detroit. Yeah, he went 8 1/3 innings, giving up 1 run at one point against my Tigers. So Jim Clancy will enter the game. He's going to face Gary Weiss. 1 down. And Gary Weiss, base hit into left field. So another hit. That is the 6th for the National League. Next up is Pedro Guerrero. Oh, no. And Clancy walks Guerrero. So Runners on first and second. We do have a slow base runner here in Velez. So maybe we can turn two. Ground ball to short. Trammell turns two. There we go. 6-4-3 double play. How's Clancy doing on your socks? Is he in the minor leagues or is he actually on your roster? I never thought we told us we were going to watch the 81 All-Star game. We would see Jim Clancy pitch to Gary Weiss. Yeah, that's a good point. Floyd Bannister is on the on my All-Star team here too. Wow, they're going to keep Mario Soto in there. Okay, we're going to take out Paul Molitor, and we're going to bring in Odie Davis. That's what you come for. You come to watch Odie play second base as we take a look here at Odie Davis. He's a second-year player, batting .313, so he's among the top 10 in the American League. He actually batted .330 last year in limited plate appearances. And he's got a couple home runs. Not a speedster, but he does get on base, it looks like. So Odie Davis, pinch hitting for Paul Molitor. Wants Garfield, not Odie. There you go. Dave wants Nermal to pitch hit as Odie Davis flies out to center field. There's one down. Here's Ron Hassey. We're going to let Ron Hassey bat one more at bat, and then we're going to bring in Darryl Porter defensively next inning. Ron Hassey hits a long fly ball in the foul ground. Somehow that was caught. That's the second out. It's going to bring up Roy Howell. And Howell had an infield single. And then he's safe on an error by the third baseman, Guerrero. It's a throwing error. So Howell goes to second, and they're going to bring in James Rodney Richard as the new pitcher. Let's look at James Rodney Richard. He's made 19 starts. He's 10-6 with a .296 ERA. That's pretty damn impressive. 103 Ks in 143 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .213 against him. He's got 5 complete games and 2 shutouts. Coming off 4 consecutive 18-win seasons, and previous to that was a 20-win season. That's impressive. Okay, so 2 down. Roy Howell on second base, and here's Claudel Washington. Washington hits a ground ball right back to Richard. He's ready for it. And Washington's tossed out at first. So we're going to the 6th inning. It is 4-2 American League, and we're going to let Jim Clancy go a couple more here. He couldn't do much worse than Doug Rao, I would imagine. Ground ball to first. There's one out. And as you can see, Odie Davis, not a traditional second baseman. He's actually a shortstop, but we're going to keep Trammell in there. So the right side of the infield, not so hot defensively. Clancy walks Danny Goodwin, second walk for Clancy. That's going to bring up Gary Reedus. And then another walk. Okay, that's it for Clancy. We're going to try to bring in a left fielder. Yeah, Ted Simmons might be Reggie Jackson's hitting coach. 1 home run between the two of them, which I've put Reggie on the bench. Will they let me put in Floyd Bannister? He is listed as tired one day. I also have Ron Guidry. I like Ron Guidry more. Well, maybe we work them both in at some point. Nope. Yeah, okay, they're going to let me use Ron Guidry. So Guidry is going to go into the game, and I'm a big fan of Ron Guidry. Louisiana Lightning or Gator, either one of those nicknames would work. He's made 19 starts. He's 12-2 with a .269 ERA, 97 Ks in 137 innings pitched, a .237 opponent's batting average, 3 complete games, and 2 shutouts. And I will work in John Denny. John Denny is the only Cleveland player, I think, in this lineup, right? So I think we have to get one Cleveland player in there for the home team, for the home crowd. Okay, so first and second, 1 down. Here's Ken Griffey Jr., senior, I should say. Oh, no, base hit to right. And Goodwin has to hold at third, so bases are loaded. If this was a real game, I might pull the infield in, but we're going to try to turn 2, keeping the infield back. As Guidry strikes out Jerry Mumphrey, and they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. They're going to bring in Dave Winfield. That is probably a good move. Winfield on the Cardinals this season. He's got 10 home runs, batting .316. Oh man, this feels like a grand slam waiting to happen. But we're gonna trust Ron Guidry. He's an all-star after all. He was an all-star in 1980 also. So bases loaded, 2 down for Guidry versus Winfield, and Winfield pops it up to short, and Trammell makes the play. Nicely done. Okay, so we get out of that jam. No runs are scored. Leave the bases loaded. They're going to bring in Gary Templeton. Wow, Dave, you got practically... Dave, you have a whole all-star team. They're going to bring in Gary Templeton to play second base, and I guess... do they leave... Oh, no, because that's what they did. They put Winfield in there as a pinch hitter, so I understand now. So Templeton's going to play second. Here's George Brett. Yeah, batting leadoff. We don't have another third baseman, so he's going to stay in the game. Brett, base hit to left field. 8 hits for the American League. We're not going to stretch that into a double. Velez does not have a good arm, so we're going to say no. Runner on first, then, for Ruppert Jones. And Ruppert Jones, oh man, we got no other players other than Darrell Porter, who we're going to bring in next inning. So Ruppert Jones has to bat against James Rodney Richard. Ground ball by Jones to third. Guerrero only can make the play to first, so Brett's standing on second base. Here's Wayne Krenchicki. And Krenchicki pops it up on the infield. Maybe in a foul ground, yeah. Foul pop-up that Guerrero makes the play on. So 2 down. Brett's on second. Here's Ron LaFleur once again. And a base hit up the middle. Nice job by LaFleur. Brett holds at third. I would have sent him. First and third. Another opportunity for Trammell. You know what? Let's go take a look at the in-game stats. Yeah, LaFleur's 2 for 2. Trammell's 1 for 3 with an RBI here. So 2 down, runners are first and third, and Richard walks Trammell. It's going to load the bases for Odie Davis. It's a big spot for a young player in an all-star game. And he strikes out. Okay, so we go to the top of the 7th. We're going to bring in, actually Hassey would have batted first next inning. So we're going to bring in Darrell Porter. And we're going to bring in, if it lets me here, for Ron Guidry, we're going to bring in John Denny. And it does. So John Denny, the lone Cleveland Indian all-star, 5-10 on the season with a 3.75 ERA. That's reasonable. 77 Ks in 146 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .257 against him. He's got 4 complete games. All right. They're all, what am I seeing here? How getting pretzels can tug around. Oh, Davis doesn't keep them focused on the game. That's right. Exactly. These are not big winners here. Okay, Gary Weiss leading off top of the 7th against John Davis. Pounds it right into the ground. And Porter pounces on it, tosses him out. So 1 down. Next up is Pedro Guerrero. He had that error earlier in the game. Ground ball to first. And Jack Howell makes the play. So 2 down. Here's Otto Velez. Ground ball to short. Hey, look at that. Great job by John Denny. I don't know. They might be brothers, Dave. I'm not sure about that. Did I say Davis? I'm not sure. I trust you. Okay, so we go to the bottom of the 7th. Richard still in the game. And Darryl Porter getting his first plate appearance. Ground ball up the middle for a base hit. 10 hits for the AL. Runner on first for Roy Howell. I guess we just got to let him swing away. We do have a 2-run lead here. Howell had that infield hit, his first at bat, and he pops out here to third. 1 down. Next up is Claudell Washington, who strikes out. That's the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it up to George Brett to move him along. Fly ball to center field. It's only 400 feet to center field. I'm surprised we haven't at least seen a home run from an American leaguer. We go to the top of the 8th, and it's 4-2. John Denny, we're taking him out. Velez equals Velez. I mean, Velez equals Velez? That's what I meant to say. Okay, we're going to bring in... will they let me bring in John Tudor yet? No, it's just not going to be possible. I don't want to bring in Bert Roberts, but I think I'm going to have to. No, we're going to bring in Floyd Bannister. We'll save Bert Roberts for the closing job. So here's Floyd Bannister. 20 starts this year, 10-5 on the season, 3.46 ERA, 114 Ks, and 150 innings pitched. Opponent's batting .248, and he's got 7 complete games. That must lead the American League. And he's going to face Ted Simmons here in the top of the 8th. Oh boy, base hit to left. Runner on first as Ted Simmons leads off the inning with a base hit. And that's going to bring up Danny Goodwin, lefty on lefty action. He bloops it into left center field, and it falls in for a single. Oh boy, first and second now for Gary Reedus. Reedus, 1 for 1 and 2 walks today. Blow out Bannister's tire. Ground ball is short. That could be 2. Oh no, they only get the runner at second. Not able to turn the double play. So it's first and third for Griffey Sr. And as we mentioned before, he only bats 172 versus lefties. So this would be nice to get a double play here. Oh no. Okay, sac fly to deep center field. That says 330 feet, but that looked like it was right up against the wall. It was deep enough to get the run in, and it's 4-3. And so runner on first for Jerry Mumphrey. That would be cool if he hit a home run in the All-Star game. Maybe the only home run he hits all year. Gary Reedus steals second base. So he's in scoring position. I thought it was too, Freddie. I actually thought that was gone. It's just hard to tell at this angle. So 2 down. Runner on second. Oh, that's a no-doubter. Oh, man. Jerry Mumphrey hits a 2-run shot to give the National League the lead. How many home runs does he have on the season? 13, so he's got some power. I don't remember Mumphrey having that kind of lift, but I guess he does. And so Floyd Bannister quickly gives up the lead. Maybe he will kill Bannister's arm here. All your catchers suck at throwing runners out, even in the All-Star game. That's for sure. We go to the bottom of the 8th. They're going to bring in lefty Carlton. Holy cow. This guy's good. One of my favorite players. He is 10-5 on the season in 19 starts. A 3.15 ERA, 99 Ks, and 143 innings pitched. Opponents are betting 243 against him, 6 complete games, and 2 shutouts for Steve Carlton. He's on the Phillies in this game, so that does work with his hat there. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Ruppert Jones will lead off against Carlton. Ground ball right back to Carlton. There's one down. Next up is Wayne Krenchicki. Ground ball to first. Oh, an error. Nicely done there. We're going to capitalize on that, I hope. It's Goodwin makes an error. So Krenchicki on first. I know Ron LaFleur doesn't have good skill set. We're going to let him swing away. And he strikes out. So it's going to come down to Alan Trammell if we're going to try to tie this game up. Ground ball to second. And that is the third out. So we're going to the top of the 9th. It's 5-4, National League. And I guess we're going to bring in Bert Roberts. So I have Paul Moskow on the mound. Not Paul Moskow on the Hudson. We have Bert Roberts. We have Dennis Martinez, who I don't think they'll let me bring in. Stefan Weaver, they won't let me bring in. Teddy Higuera, they won't let me bring in. John Tudor, they won't let me bring in. So I guess we're going to bring in Bert Roberts. At least he's a reliever. And I guess that makes a little bit of sense. I guess we'll take a look at his stats, too. This is his, well, it was in 16 games this year, so not very many. Oh, that's in the American League. So he was traded over to the White Sox from Houston. He's 7-0 on the season. His ERA, what is it combined? I guess we'll see that in a moment here. And he's got 11 saves and 13 opportunities. So, okay. Down by a run. Let's see if Roberts has got all-star stuff. He strikes out Gary Weiss, who was 2 for 5 on the day. One down. Here is Pedro Guerrero. Guerrero smacks it into center field for a base hit. 11 hits for the National League. One down, runner on the first. Oh, come on. Is that a fly ball? Oh, it's going to fall in for a base hit. So Velez gets a base hit to center. And they're going to bring in Butch Weininger. Did I miss that? They must have just brought him in maybe last inning? I don't know. So Weininger, second year as a Dodgers catcher. Dodgers, I wonder how many representatives they had. First and second, one down. Weininger hits a high pop fly to second. And Odie Davis makes the play. So with two down, here is Danny Goodwin. And Goodwin hits a ground ball to third. And that'll do it. So we're going to the bottom of the 9th. We're down to our final 3 outs. Thanks, everybody's been here for this game. I do have a contest going on. If you are here watching this game, I'm going to enter you in the contest automatically. I'm giving away, for Christmas in July, I'm giving away a baseball card every day from the 19th to the 25th. So pretty good stuff in that contest, and I will enter you into that. Unless you don't want me to, just give me a heads up, and we'll keep you off the wheel of fun. And anyway, let's go ahead and finish this game up, perhaps, with Odie Davis leading off against Steve Carlton. There's a weak ground ball to first. And another error. 3 errors by the National League. 2 of them by Goodwin. So they are trying to give this game away. Porter cannot bunt. I was trying to say that. Yep, Freddie, you're already on the list, I believe. I'm not sure if James is. Dave's on there. Kent's already on there. So runner on first. I was thinking about that, but I don't think Porter has good hit and run skills. Let's take a look. Where is he at? Hit and run 72. So he's well above average, and he can't bunt. I don't know. We'll take the advice of Freddie. Freddie's had some pretty good skills. Oh, nope. Ground ball to first. Davis will go to second base, so he's in scoring position. A chance to tie it up. Oh, no. Roy Howell goes down swinging. And it's going to be up to last year's MVP against Steve Carlton. Runner on second. That's the tying run. Comes down to this. Oh, base hit up the middle. Davis scores and the game is tied. Oh, wow. All right, we're going to go into extra innings here unless Brett can make something happen. Let's have Washington steal second base. Let's try to make it happen for ourselves here. And Washington steals second base. So runner in scoring position. Washington, how many stolen bases does he have on the season? 14. Nice. So runner on second. 2 down. Washington's the go-ahead run. Oh, he strikes out on a pitch that was so far outside. So we are going into extra innings. Wow. I don't know. I probably should have rationed my pitchers better. We're going to bring in Paul Moskow on the Hudson. Let's see. We have Moskow's made 19 starts. He's 8-7 with a 3.52 ERA. 70 Ks in 128 innings pitched. Opponent's batting 245. 2 complete games and a shutout. And don't forget, Minnesota is in first place in the National League West. It's pretty crazy. They've made a ton of trades. As Moskow is going to face Garrett Reedus here in the top of the 10th. Ground ball to third. And George Brett will throw him out. 1 down for Ken Griffey Sr. 1 for 3 with an RBI today. And Griffey strikes out looking, so 2 down. It's going to leave it up to Jerry Mumphrey to get something going here. Ground ball to first. And Roy Howell steps on the bag, so a 1-2-3 inning for Paul Moskow. We go to the bottom of the 10th. I don't have anybody left on the bench other than a injured catcher, Brian Downing. So this is who we have to play with, at least from the offensive perspective, as Jones strikes out swinging. 4th K for Carlton. 1 down. Here's Wayne Krenchicki. Slices it. Pulls it, I guess, really to right. And it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Griffey. And now they're going to bring in Craig Swan. So Swan, starting pitcher for the Mets. He's 9-5. Freddie will like this guy, right? 9-5 with a 3.19 ERA. He's got 64 Ks in 132 innings pitched. Opponents are batting 249, and he was the National League ERA leader in 1980. No, that was 1978. I'm sorry. In 1978, in real life, he was the National League All-Star League leader. So, All-Star League leader. You know what I'm saying. I'm getting slap happy here. I'm going to have to take a drink of my beer. As Craig Swan strikes out on the floor, and we're going to the 11th. So we're going to keep Paul Moskow in there. He only threw 11 pitches. He's going to face Gary Templeton here at the bottom of the 11th, and there's a base at the left. Runner on first. Templeton's got some speed. We're going to pull the corners in case Weiss decides to lay down a bunt. He's got a skill set of 97 for a rating, and he does bunt, pops it up in the air, and it's going to be caught by Moskow. Nicely done. So 1 down, runner on first for Pedro Guerrero. You know he's not bunting. Hits a long fly ball to right. Is that gone? Oh, it's going to die right at the wall as Claudel Washington makes the catch. So 2 down for Otto Velez. There's a base hit to left. Templeton holds at second. We're going to pull the outfield in case try to keep a ball from dropping in, or maybe throw the runner out at home if we can. And he walks him. Oh, no. Do we have any lefties left in the bullpen? We do. We just can't use them. So, yeah, this is Paul Moskow is all we have left that the game will allow me to use. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. That's just not fun. And then Rick Langford being injured is not helpful either. Okay, so we're sticking with Paul Moskow. Bases are loaded. Danny Goodwin up. He was the MVP last year in the American League, but not in real life, as I might have thought. And Goodwin's going to pop it up, and that will end the inning. So we're going to the bottom of the 11th. Let's walk it off here with Trammell leading off. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI today. And he slices it to right. Darn it, caught by Griffey. There's 1 down. Odie Davis, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Ground ball to short. This game's going to go on forever, as that's the second out. Let's go leave it to Darryl Porter. And a ground ball to first. We're going to the 12th. Right, there we go. I guess the first baseman has made 2 errors, so no guarantee that Goodwin's going to make the play. We're going to the 12th inning as Moskow enters his 3rd inning pitched. It's Gary Reedus leading off. He's popping it up into foul ground on the first base side. Kind of lost track of the chat room here. To the last out of this, we're pricing. Oh, that's funny. Okay, yeah, he's gonna throw at least 100 pitches probably, the way this is going, in relief. Okay, so Ken Griffey Sr. Gets a base hit to right. Runner on first. I do have to pause just for a second, take a drink here. I wish that Heine was ice cold, but it's a little warm right now. Okay, runner on first, 1 down. Here is Jerry Mumphrey. Mumphrey strikes out swinging for the second out. 2 Ks for Moskow. And we go back to the top of the lineup with Gary Templeton. Came in as a defensive replacement. As Griffey Sr. steals second base, he's still got some speed in those old legs. And he has 8 stolen bases on the season. So, yeah, he does have a little bit of speed. So runner on second. We're going to pull the outfield in again for Gary Templeton. And, line drive down the right field line for a base hit. That will give the National League the lead at 6-5. So 2 down. Gary Weiss, 2 for 6 on the day. And he takes a strike, but Templeton steals second base. They're trying to run it up. They're not taking any chances here. Oh, man. Fly ball into center field. It will be caught. All right, so the National League gets a run, takes the lead, 6-5. We go to the bottom of the 12th. They're going to keep Craig Swan in there. Denny took Palmer and Molitor to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the 8th. They didn't stick around for this crap. That's probably a good idea. All right, Roy Howell leading off the bottom of the 12th, lining out back to Craig Swan. 1 down. Claudell Washington up next. Grounding out to second. Oh, another error. The 4th error by the National League. They do not want to give this away. Now, Brett could hit a home run and win the game right here. I kind of want to hit and run. But I also want to let him swing away. You know, I'm going to hit and run. I think that might be the right thing to do here. Oh, ground ball to third. Washington is safe at second. So we're down to the final out once again. And it's going to be up to Ruppert Jones to win the game. Tie the game, I guess I should say. Oh, he pops it up. And this game will mercifully end. Wow, they tried to give it away with those 4 runs, but the National League wins 6-5. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and or subscribe if you're watching this game in the replay mode. That was nice. I guess we pulled up the box score for the people who are watching this alternately. And that way you can see all the craziness for this game. But that's going to do it. Thanks, guys, if you stopped in and watched this live. I appreciate everyone taking their Sunday night and giving it to us here to waste for a 12-inning All-Star game live. I don't know what's going on. The game seems to have stalled here. There we go. There's the National League. Who is the MVP of this game? Someone for the National League. Who hit the home run? Was it Mumphrey? I guess we'll give it to Mumphrey, right? He had only 1 hit in those 6 at-bats, but it was a 2-run shot, gave him the lead, and then they ended up winning subsequently there in the 12th. So Dan Warthen, it shows, pitched. I don't remember seeing him come into the game. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it just didn't show up. I don't know what that's about, but at any rate, thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we are going to catch you later on. And if you want to join the contest, let me know. Until then, everyone, have a great, great evening. Bye, everybody.